Forward-backward wrist motion won't create enough spin. It ends up being too much hitting. You can't let your wrist just swing forward and back. Opening and turning forward like this is a huge mistake. When you backswing, of course you can open the racket angle, but at the moment of contact, the brushing must be solid. You cannot swing your wrist back and forth. The second mistake. Up and down. Excessive brushing. This situation is also wrong. What is brushing? First backswing. Then wrap the ball forward, that's brushing. Watch closely. If you do this action right, brushing is actually easy. Don't start with straight line drills. Every professional coach starts with cross-court drills. No one starts with straight lines. This little arc is like a small rainbow. Yes, you must first master this ability to make a small arc. If I want to add power, it's simply a matter of adding speed and using more of the body. Right, but the brushing trajectory is absolutely not just from back to front, nor simply from down to up. You must open the angle and wrap inward. That inward wrapping is what's called covering the ball. For example, from where I stand, my racket goes from point A to point B. See, that's the trajectory. It's definitely brushing while wrapping the ball. Not just a hooking wrist shape. You need to wrap the ball. Wrapping the ball means outward expansion and inward. Your brushing will definitely improve. Yes, outward expansion, inward loop. Brushing with outward expansion and inward pull, then arm retraction. Outward-inward combined with the arm. Outward-inward combined with hip movement. And it feels effortless. Once you master the correct technique, it becomes very easy. Not even talking about quality yet. At least you can get the arc. I think looping backspin itself is not that hard, but many amateur players' mistakes make it unnecessarily difficult. So when brushing, we also need outward expansion and inward loop. Tomorrow we'll talk about how to practice the feeling of brushing the ball. Use the wrist to guide. Use the wrist. Stand further back. Still not right. The contact point needs to be lower. Lift it with your wrist. That's good. See, that's really spinning. This drill for practicing friction works really well. You just need to step a bit farther back. It's not about practicing looping. It's about using the wrist to brush and feel the friction. You must not stand too close. You must not contact it at the peak. It has to be at the early dropping phase. If the timing isn't right, it won't work. Wrist leading the forearm. Now that's real spin. Let me explain why this drill improves brushing. It's because normally you stand too close. You don't have enough time or space for any ball, because you need to retract your arm. But when you're farther away from the table, the ball, relatively, the distance is longer. Its speed slows down, so you can fully brush it. With fewer limitations, you can feel what it means for the wrist to lead the forearm. Just loop it at the early drop. Wait a little longer. Feel that friction in your hand. Step back, step back. Further back. Yes, that's it. Wait for it to drop. Wait for it. Yes, good. Wait for it to drop, right? This is the feeling of brushing. No feeling of hitting at all. Once you get this brush right, the power later is just an adjustment. Now try a full loop directly. Just add more hitting force. If I want more forward drive, I add more hitting. If I want to play safe, I brush more. Whether pen hold or shake hand. Practice like this.